Hey everyone, it's AJ Harper. I am the author of Write a Must Read, which is based on 17 years in publishing as a ghostwriter, developmental editor, publishing strategist, publisher, whole bunch of other titles. And I wrote it because I really want people to have access to the knowledge I share in my workshop. And so I thought, hey, I'll write a book. Then people can get that knowledge for just 27 bucks, or they can check it out from the library for free. So that's why I wrote it, because I want people to write better books, books that people love, books that people keep, underline, dog ear, tell people about. Those are the books we need to write. And in this book, I show you how. And so what we're going to do now is talk about the bonuses that I created in support of the launch, which is May 24th. So these bonuses will be available from May 20th through July 1. And the reason is 2 of the bonuses are event related. So I'm going to go ahead and share screen with you and just walk you through it real quick. You want to go to writeamustread.com, which is where you can find out about the book and also more about the bonuses and other cool stuff. So I no longer take private clients. I only really work with my students. So this bonus offer, that's the main one, is really cool. It's a chance to get a private core message brainstorming session with me. And for every book that you buy is 1 entry to get that private session. Again, I don't take private clients. So this is your chance to be my private client. 45-minute session where you can talk to me about your core message for your book, and we'll work together to nail that. And you can get as many entries as you want. And you can just go up here, put in your name, email, and the order number, send, done deal. All right. If you decide that you want to buy more than 1 copy of the book, and I'll show you those bonuses below, you can contact my team and we'll get you set up. So for 1 book, you get one purchase of 1 book. You'll get a digital copy of Write a Must Read and 1 entry to that core message brainstorming session. For 3 books, you get both of those things, plus you'll get the recording of my interview class. Now, I've done more than 1,000 interviews specifically designed to pull stories from people to use in a book. So if you want to learn how I do that, you can see the recording of a class I did that will help you do that. Plus you'll get a tip sheet for how to do great interviews. That's for 3 books. For 12 books, okay, I'm super psyched about this. A few years ago, I created a class called Test Drive Your Content. And I created this class. It's a standalone class, 8 lessons, 4 hours. I created it because I wanted my students in Top 3 Book Workshop, which is my workshop program, to test the content they were putting in their book. Does it work? Does it bring up any issues for people? Does it need to be modified? What could they do to improve it? Which messaging is landing? So that in their book, they could be sure of the content. They weren't just thinking about it, because sometimes we know things work for us, but they don't work for other people in the same way. Sometimes we've never tried things. Sometimes it's harder to put forth in a book than it is one-on-one with people. So the Test Drive Your Content class is designed to help you make sure your content actually works for your book, but it does so much more. You remember those infomercials? But wait, there's more. This kind of what this is for this class. So I actually want to show this to you. I'm showing you the page that's private on Kajabi for my students, but you'll have access to this class. So it's 8 lessons in video format. There's some tools, and it runs about 4 hours. First, I talk about why a test drive matters, but then I run through test drive options. And what's really cool is I show you how I created my own workshop, and also how I've changed the workshop based on feedback and test drives. So I use my own workshop as a case study, and then I have other case studies in there as well. Then I teach you how to track reader experience, because what's really cool is it's not just to see if your content works, but there is a process you can use to collect data from the people who are in your test drive to see how it's working for them or not working for them. And then you can also gather social proof, be really active about pulling anecdotes, stories, epilogues, other cool stuff, endorsements, testimonials during your test drive. But wait, there's more. You can also use your test drive to build advanced demand for your book. I mean, way in advance, and start to build out that author platform that everybody keeps talking about. And you can identify people who would be really good fit for your street team, which is a group of people who are super jazzed about your book launch and willing to go the extra mile. You can identify them in these content test drives and recruit them. And then this is one of my favorite lessons, and I'll just click on this one to show you how it looks. You've got summaries here. Sometimes there's a tool download, but using feedback to edit your book and up-level your content is crucial. And I show you actually how to do that in this part of the course. And then there's a little bonus, which is bonus tips for a successful launch. So for 12 books, you get all that other stuff and the test drive your content class, which if you're writing a book, you need this class. You need to consider these things because what matters is reader experience and if you can deliver on your promise. And this is one way to find out in advance if your content is going to do that. So no brainer. Then with 24 books, which is one case, easy to ship, you get all that other stuff, plus a live masterclass that I'm teaching in July on the 13th on how to use personal story and nonfiction. Probably one of the top 3 questions I get on a regular basis. How do I weave my story in my nonfiction book? How much of my story should I tell? How much of me is too much? Can I mix it with other types of stories? How do I mix it with teaching points and other knowledge and research? Where do I put it? How do I do the sequencing? I'm going to show you all of that in this 4-hour class, which is workshop on July 13th. So that's for 24 books. I'm getting so excited. I'm actually losing my breath here for a moment. Let me actually take a drink of water. I'm jazzed. Okay. For 2 cases, which is 48 books, you get all that cool stuff to help you write a must-read book. And you have access to a small masterclass on July 22nd, limited to 16 people. We'll be doing core message laser coaching. So if, despite your entries in trying to get that private session, you don't get it, this will be great because this is going to be laser coaching for up to 16 people in group format. So you'll learn from other people in the process, plus you'll get your own 20 to 30 minutes with me in front of the group getting coaching on core message. We always talk about other stuff too. So it probably just won't be core message. So that's on July 22nd, and that's 2 cases. And the final one is 4 cases, 96 books, everything we talked about, plus a private publishing strategy session with me, where we talk about, based on your book, your resources, and your goals, what might be the best publishing path for you. And I'll answer a bunch of questions about how publishing works, whatever questions you have, and help you come up with next steps. So that's the bonuses for now. And we'll have them available May 20th through July 1. Important for you to know that if you are wondering, what am I going to do with all these books? Gifts are great for clients, for friends, donating them to shelters, community centers, school organizations, etc. But if you really don't want to mess with that, you can also say, I would like the deal for 96 books, but I don't want all of them. I will donate them on your behalf to rural libraries. Rural libraries don't have the budgets that big libraries do, so we can send them out on your behalf to make sure that people in far corner places that don't have access to a lot of stuff can have access to this book. All right, so those are the bonuses through July 1. I hope that you will get some of these bonuses because this is really cool stuff that I made for you that I know will absolutely help you write a must read.